Welcome to the WRAL Daily Download. I'm your host, Amanda Lamb. In today's deep dive conversation with Ann Beebe, the Director of Development for the Preston Robert Tisch Brain Tumor Center at Duke, we're talking about a cause that is near and dear to my heart. It's the 30th annual Angels Among Us 5K Run and Walk for Hope, coming up on April 22nd, benefiting brain tumor research. Ann, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Amanda.
So I have had the fortune of participating in this event several times. My connection to this issue, my mother was treated at the Brain Tumor Center in 2012. She had a brain tumor that I know you're very familiar with called a glioblastoma, and she lived just 80 days from diagnosis despite getting excellent treatment. And one of the disturbing things that I learned at that time was how little resources there are dedicated to researching this particular tumor and just brain tumors in general. Why do you think that is? And has that changed in the last decade?
Yes, it's changed a lot. Duke has come a long way with their research, and research funding has been targeted to the common diseases. Look at breast cancer, was the number one cancer killer in women, and look how far we've come with that. Same with leukemia in children. Now, unfortunately, the number one cancer killer in children is brain tumor. So we have the most clinical trials for adults and children, and we do a lot of research with glioblastoma. Right now, we see at least 7,000 brain tumor patients in a year. We have 7,000 brain tumor patients total. Annually, we see about over 900 new brain tumor patients, adults, and then over 100 pediatric patients. These are new patients.
And I think a lot of people don't realize, and I learned this 10 years ago, is that people come from all over the world to be treated for brain tumors at Duke because it is renowned. I mean, it is the top.
Yes, it is. We do see patients from 45 different states and 11 different countries.
Now, I know this event, the idea for it came about in 1992 by some people with a very special connection to this issue and to Duke. Tell me about the history.
Sure. There were two people that started what was called then the Duke Forest 5K. One had lost a child and one had lost their mother to a brain tumor. And they did this for 2 years and then asked Duke to take it over. And so that's when Duke started the walk, and eventually they had the 5K added to it. And they decided to call it Angels Among Us based on a family that had lost a child, and his favorite song was Angels Among Us, and actually asked us if they could call the walk Angels Among Us after their son. And she was a teacher at the Mangum Elementary School, and it was a whole group of teachers that came to the event, and they were the largest team for the first year, and since then it has grown substantially.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. I was looking at your website. So about 4,000 participants in years past?
Yeah, 2019, I think we had 4,600. And
wow.
Yeah, I know. This year, right now, we're at 1,500 runners. And I think we're going to be close to 4,000. I don't think we're going to hit the 4,000 mark, but we started something new called the Kids Dash, and we have 80 children running this Kids Dash this year.
That's fantastic.
That's super cute.
Well, we're going to be back after the break with more from Ann Beebe about some of the people who are participating in this event. Welcome back to the WRAL Daily Download. I'm talking with Ann Beebe about an event this weekend benefiting brain tumor research in Durham over at Duke. And I know the first year that I participated, I mean, I remember this so clearly. It was the year after my mom died. It was 2013. And I was literally sobbing behind my sunglasses the entire time I was running. And it wasn't just because I was thinking about her. I mean, that was a big part of it. But I was seeing so many people with signs on their backs talking about who they were running for. So it was mothers, fathers, siblings, children, people who had died, a lot of people who had died, and then people who were being treated for brain tumors at Duke. So I imagine family members make up a really big part of who participates in this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. In fact, a lot of people, it seems like they use it as a family reunion, but it's a great way for everybody to get together, remember their loved one, celebrate their loved one. We have over 80 patients that come out. We call them our survivors. And it's really a day of hope for them. We just celebrate them. We do allow teams to bring tents, so they tailgate, and everybody's just out there for a great day.
I had a team for a couple of years, and then I had the good fortune to be on Greg Seuss's team. He was a patient that actually reached out to me after my mother died and read some of the things I had written about her. And then I ended up doing several stories with him, and he passed away in 2016. But he was just this incredible athlete. I don't know if you knew Greg, but he was a runner. He was a biker, a cyclist, just with an indomitable spirit. And so what amazes me, you just mentioned those 80 people, is the fact that people with brain tumors are running in this race or walking. I mean, they are out there doing, the hard stuff because they care so much.
Well, part of that is, they tell people to keep their immune system strong so they can help fight this disease. We have one patient, Tom, who started running when he was diagnosed and has since then run 8 Boston marathons.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Isn't that amazing? But yeah, I mean, we do have brain tumor patients, one that was running chemo last year. So yeah, we do have a lot of patients that this is a goal for them. I'm going to run this 5K. This is my goal. I'm going to get there.
That's really inspiring. And it will also make me think twice when I wake up some mornings and say, I don't feel like going for a run. So
yeah,
a lot of these people really, it's such, like you said, it's a goal for them. It's amazing. How much money do you hope to raise? Have you raised in years past? And where does that money go?
Okay, so we are looking at, right now, our numbers are fantastic. This year, we're looking at raising it over 2.4 million. And so that'll bring us up to over 39 million since this run has started 30 years ago. And our money, we don't have the salaries that come out of what we raise. It all goes to brain tumor research at Duke for the clinical trials, all to help our patients.
That's fantastic. And can people still sign up?
Yes.
What are the details?
Yep.
Where is the race? When is it? And what do they need to do to sign up?
Absolutely. The 5K registration is open until midnight this Thursday. And you can register day of at the event. And we are on the Duke campus. Our 5K run is grandfathered, so we're the only run that can actually go through the Duke campus. And the walk goes to the Duke Gardens. We are located on the corner of Flowers Drive and Yearby Avenue. And that's where the event site is. We take over the entire parking lot.
Well, it is a wonderful event.
This Saturday at 8 a.m.
Gotcha. It's a wonderful event. I can attest to that because I have enjoyed it many times. And just really appreciate you sharing your mission with us, a very important mission to a lot of people and to me personally. And thank you for listening to the WRAL Daily Download and making us part of your morning routine. If you like what you're hearing, please rate us on Apple Podcasts or on whatever podcast app you use. Another great way to get WRAL news is the Morning Briefing newsletter. It's a daily email waiting in your inbox every morning with Triangle news, events, and headlines to get you ready for the day. Sign up at WRAL.com/newsletter.